Hello everybody, Chert here, and I'm just gonna be doing a little render settings release, or recording and render settings. So first of all, I just want to say I'm recording in 420 FPS, and I do have a bunch of other profiles, like I can't look at them because I'm recording right now, but there's a 60, 120 and 180, 240, 300, 360, all the way up to 420. So yeah. And I use the same like video and output and advanced settings for all of them. So yeah, for output, I do advanced. Recording settings is CQP and CQ level is 16 with NVIDIA NVENC, by the way. 0 keyframe interval, max performance, high profile, and all these are 0 and unchecked. And then for video, fractional FPS value, 1920 by 1080, 420. Advanced, I just do above normal, just so OBS lags not much. And yeah, for audio, 44.1 kilohertz. All that is disabled because I put it all in right here. Yeah. Okay, so in project settings, I have it to I made a custom template that had the frame rate at 120, which doesn't really affect anything other than however many frames show up in the preview. I just set it to 120 so I can like narrow down the frames more precisely when I'm like cutting stuff. And some people set it higher, but I don't really care. And for pixel format, 8-bit, I don't really think, I don't know. Yeah, it's 8-bit. Rendering quality is best. Motion blur type is box. Deinterlace method is none. And also, one thing I want to say is box works really well for pretty much like every frame rate except for 240. At least in my opinion, when I use it with 240, it doesn't look very smooth. So yeah. Resample mode is smart resample. If you have disable resample, it doesn't show any motion blur, so yeah. And I set it to start all new projects with these settings. Yeah. But yeah, for 240 FPS, I use Gaussian blur, still with no deinterlace method. And now in export settings, I've made a template that is default profile, no other options there. I set it to 1920 by 1080 because exporting it at higher in Vegas and not rescaling it elsewhere, it makes it just look bad and like weird and blurry. So yeah, I set this to progressive scan, again, no other options. 59.94, basically 60 FPS. Some people do 30 FPS. It's just personal preference, pretty much. I don't really care. Bitrate. I set both of these to 240 million because that's just the highest quality. It just looks the smoothest. Encoding mode, NVIDIA, I think that's what that stands for, NV encoder. Preset, I do high quality and VBR high quality. Audio, I didn't change anything here. I'm pretty sure that's just the default, but you can copy that down if it isn't. System, I didn't change anything. And this project, I use best and use project settings and default. So yeah.